The summer of 1878 had turned the Arizona Territory into a furnace of dust and heat. Rancher Elias Boone was riding across the empty desert toward his homestead when something caught his eye beside a dry creek bed. At first, he thought it was a torn blanket hanging from a wooden stake. Then he saw a woman. She had been tied there, her wrists swollen and her lips cracked from thirst. Elias jumped from his horse and hurried to her. After cutting the ropes, he poured water between her lips and covered her with his coat. The woman slowly opened her eyes, but fear filled them. She tried to speak, yet only a faint whisper escaped. Elias lifted her onto his horse and started toward his ranch, knowing whoever had left her there might still be nearby. By sunset, Elias had hidden the woman inside his old barn. He gave her food, water, and a blanket while keeping watch outside with his rifle. When she finally recovered enough to speak, she told him her name was Clara Whitmore. Her father had been a surveyor who disappeared 3 months earlier after mapping land around Elias's ranch. Clara said she had followed his trail and discovered something frightening. Her father had found evidence of a valuable silver deposit beneath the desert, partly beneath Elias's property. A wealthy landowner named Marcus Vane wanted that land and had threatened her father. Elias listened carefully, but before he could ask another question, Clara grabbed his arm and whispered, "Your ranch is not what you think it is." Then distant hoofbeats rolled across the darkness. Elias stepped toward the barn door and saw several riders approaching through the moonlit dust. Elias blew out the lantern and motioned for Clara to stay silent. The riders stopped outside the barn, and a rough voice called his name. Elias recognized Marcus Vane among them. He stepped outside with his rifle, pretending he knew nothing about Clara. Vane claimed he was searching for a dangerous thief who had stolen valuable papers. Elias refused to let the men search his property. After a tense standoff, Vane finally rode away, warning Elias that the desert had a way of swallowing stubborn men. Once they were gone, Clara revealed that her father had hidden his original survey map inside an abandoned cabin near the northern ridge. At sunrise, Elias and Clara rode there together, determined to uncover the truth before Vane returned. Inside the dusty cabin, they discovered an old Bible beneath a broken floorboard. Clara opened it and found several folded papers hidden inside. Her father's handwriting described the silver deposit and included proof that Vane had forged land documents to claim the property. Suddenly, gunshots shattered the quiet. Vane and his men had followed them. Elias grabbed Clara and escaped through the back door while bullets struck the cabin walls. They raced toward the sheriff's office in the nearest town, carrying the evidence. Clara bravely told the sheriff everything, including how Vane's men had kidnapped her and left her staked in the desert. The sheriff arrested Vane before he could flee. Clara's father's name was cleared, and the stolen land records were exposed. Months later, Clara stayed in Arizona, helping Elias manage the ranch. What began with a woman dying beneath the desert sun ended with justice, a new life, and a bond neither of them had expected.